Well,
All right, grasshoppers. We are back again. I hope everyone got the message that we had to reschedule our Thursday show at 2:00 because Ron and I got on a private plane out of Teterboro Airport yesterday, flew to Raleigh, North Carolina, at time to watch the Rangers lay a stinker. It was not good.
Yeah.
How you doing, Chris? How you doing?
Would that be called a stinker?
That was like, especially, it was disappointing to me, and I'm sure the same way because they played so well in Game 4. I just thought, okay, they've got this thing nailed down now. They know how to beat Carolina. It takes a big effort, but
I with all the people there, and then on the bus, there was two buses of us, two loads going over from the plane over to the place, right? So we're talking on the mic a little bit, and I'm going 6-2 Rangers. I thought they were going to kick them. I never even thought it would be like even nowhere near 3-1.
Yeah, I know. And the shots on goal were like it's double, right?
34-17 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems strange series. Like the home teams are just dominating, and then
no, Ira, don't. You can't pee. Go get that adult diaper.
I have a few minutes. Can I take a few minutes? I have to pee.
Can we take? He wants us to wait.
He wants to pee too.
All right, so we won't talk until Ira gets back. Yeah, right.
Oh, but where does he want to take a pee too?
Yeah, seriously, why do you take a pee? Like people say, well, I'm going to take.
You leave it there. It's like when you go to the bathroom, like when you go number 2, right?
Yeah, you don't take a poop. People say though to take a poop.
Yeah, you're gonna leave it there. You're not gonna take it with you.
So how does that start though? Seriously, why are people saying you're gonna take something? You're not taking a poop. You're not taking a pee.
Well, that's like people say,
it's the action of peeing and pooing, right?
That's like people say, well, I'll see you around. Like, what do you mean around? Around where?
Yeah, good point.
Like they're. I don't get it. So where's Mel?
Well, how do I say this delicately?
No internet? Maybe once he's trapped in his bedroom?
So he sends me an email on Wednesday saying that he can't do the show on Thursday because he's going to be someplace with no internet. I returned the email saying that we're not doing it on Thursday, doing it Friday. Have not heard back from him. So his attitude towards the show has just been not good.
Maybe it's the clothes he wears.
Yeah, the tight jeans. Maybe it's like his squashing there. Linda Greshner Fettis. Hi, Linda. How are you? Ron.
That's my younger sister. That's my younger sister.
You got an older sister?
Well, that's my older sister too. She's younger and older. She's like the hold on.
Who you got?
Hello?
So hold on, no, not that one. But somebody asked about how the flight was. So it was packed flight, had about 80 fans. They were not happy. The beverage service did not arrive, so they had limited alcohol service on the flight. Everybody got a drink, but some people were drinking not what they wanted to. So
somebody had mine because I didn't have one. You didn't have one.
Didn't have one, so yeah.
No, it was.
Yeah, the menu on the way there was a sandwich and cookie and potato chips. Potato chips weren't bad. They were there's no trans fat in them, low carb. So
listen to me. I thought the Rangers did a spectacular job with that whole thing with the flight, getting people there, getting everybody there by cars, everything else, whatever it was.
Yeah,
listen, you can't complain when you get brought to the airport, to a private airport. Get on a private plane and fly there and get on a bus and get into a thing and get back and go back home.
Here's my only complaint, Ron.
What's that? They lost.
Our car driver on the way home last night decided going up 87 that he was going to slow down about 30 miles an hour and start reading his text.
Yeah, I was texting at that time to my son. So, I didn't know. I thought you were talking to me at first.
So I had enough. I felt that he was putting our lives in jeopardy, and I informed him that he needed to stop texting immediately.
Yeah, no, he stopped texting and had 2 hands on the wheel after that. He looked in the back, saw that big Amazon head of yours, and goes, "Whoa, I'm coming. I'm going to be a nice guy right now." I had one driver. I can't remember what game it was. Whatever, in the last couple of weeks. I was coming back, and I was on 95. And it was, like 11 o'clock at night, whatever. the guy's going 100.
Yeah, you tell me that. That's right. Yeah.
I don't want to say that.
So I really, Ron and I've been doing a lot of stuff with the team because of all the playoff games. They have us doing stuff at away games and home games and everything. So they were picking us up by cars like this in the city. So we've been getting a full array of drivers.
Most of them are good. But I don't like that. Like I'm not a big speed guy. I never have been. Like it's never.
Well, especially don't you think, especially when somebody else is driving, so it's like your life is in his hands, right?
Yeah,
like, yeah.
And the guy's driving with one hand like this, and he's, it's a little bit wet outside. Like
that guy last night. Oh man,
I know. But like the guy was driving. I'm like, you're going 100.
Yeah.
I don't go 100 in my own car, and it's brand new. I don't know how old the car is. I don't care what the age doesn't matter, but. One wrong little move going around one of those curves, and you're like, you become mashed potatoes.
Right. So now everybody in the plane, if they didn't know, I made sure they're aware that I was going to be getting up at 3:30 in the morning to do my morning routine. So by the time we got home, got to bed, it was about 2:00. So we had about an hour and a half nap. Man, it felt good.
Well, it's just like when you have a friend come over, you don't get to bed till 1:00 anyway. It's the same thing.
See, you're making an assumption there.
No, I'm just saying that you're watching a movie or something. I'm not saying anything bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I took my buddies Sudan McGresh and Kotze in a van that to go see Dice Clay at Coney Island a few years back. Tell Layla about that sometime, buddy. It was a fun night.
It was. I remember that. We went to see. I can't remember where it was at, but it was out somewhere, and it was really pretty cool. And Dice was good. Like he was same routine he always had for the last 35 years, whatever.
Dice
Clay. Yeah, then we came back in the city and went to some bar in the city, but I had my car waiting for me there, and adios. And I had to go home. I was tired.
So everybody know, just so you're aware, the thing we really respect about little Petey here is that's a life-size picture he has there of Pete.
Yeah, he's the only guy I know that can wear extra small shirts.
And then he shrinks his shirts too.
So. Yeah, well, he has to buy them, and he can't fit into it. Well, I'm gonna wear.
Smell that cologne. I think you smell the cologne through the computer, can't you?
Oh yeah, I can smell that. I had to throw my jacket away.
Oh God!
I had to toss. I tried getting that jacket dry cleaned. I couldn't get it dry cleaned. That he had the perfume on him, whatever you call that.
I give him credit though. We give him a hard time about it, and he still wears it. So he's not backing down. He's sticking to it. That's his thing.
Must have got it from his girlfriend or something.
I think he got it from the pizzeria around the corner. That's like
he got his oil changed.
Sounds like pepperoni and oil. Oh.
And like,
so it's funny, Raleigh. I don't know how many people have been to Raleigh, but Raleigh's like it's a whole different world in New York, obviously, right? It's like country and light up spaces. So they do things a lot different. What is it when somebody gets a penalty for the other team? They put up on the screen board, "Cheaters never win."
Cheaters, something like that. Cheaters never win. Like
and the whole crowd cheers it too. Yeah. I can just see them trying to do that at Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah, and they have the weather up there too.
That's right. The weatherman come up.
What the weather is? Like who gives a shit how cold it's out or how warm it's out right now? Oh, the weather is 65 degrees now. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, that was funny.
Like, I'll tell you what. I've been to a lot of buildings, and there is no building like MSG, and there are no fans like that. I'm not trying to be like just nice to the Ranger fans, but there are no fans like them. They're like they got to be the best fans anywhere. Of any sport. I don't care what it is.
Right, and the fans are good. The fans are good in Carolina too, but it's just a whole different atmosphere, right? The Garden, the way they do it.
You don't travel like the Ranger fans. Tom, wherever you go, there's Ranger fans all the time. They're I don't care what this guy. What's this guy on that does TNT? Biz or something like that, or Buzzard or something like
nasty.
that.
Bissonnette.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
He doesn't like the Ranger fans, right?
Well, who likes him?
I know.
It looks like Lawn Doctor cuts his hair, for Christ's sake.
Right. And like what he was, how many games did he play in the NHL? Like what's his total minutes in the NHL? Maybe 100.
Well, he probably played 100 games, but his total minutes, I think, I had one shift longer than that.
Yeah.
No, I give the guy credit for what he's done. Like that, I'm not cutting him up for that. And he seems very knowledgeable about hockey.
Right. You want to get famous? No, he's not knowledgeable. He gets famous for being a goofball.
Yeah, and like it's fine. I mean, Phil Esposito had a shift longer in his career.
His nose.
Phil had some shifts, 7-minute shifts.
Yeah.
When he was playing for Boston, he used to play when he played center. Obviously, you knew that, but he would play all 3 centers through all 3 wingers.
Right. Yeah.
One keep going.
Same with Gretz too. He did the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's why they scored so many goals. We weren't so selfish.
That's right. Yeah, we scored more. So tomorrow night, Game 6 at the Garden, 8:00. Ron and I will be at the Fan Zone on 34th and 7th.
Yeah. Well, you think you can make it this time? Are you going to be able to make it this time?
From 5:30 to 7. Let me give the details first. From 5:30 to 7. I had a severely. I'm surprised my head didn't fall off my neck last time, so that's why I missed it.
I wonder how that happened. I saw the car parked in there too, so I know.
Once again, conclusions.
No, I'm just being like a stupid lawyer now.
Okay, so Rangers play probably one of the best games of the year in Game 4, dominate the Canes. Game 5, they come out and man, especially the second period, to me, turnovers and just not in it mentally at all. So what are we going to get in Game 6? What's going to happen in Game 6? What's going to happen in Game 6?
They weren't passing. They weren't moving.
What's going to happen in Game 6?
What's going to happen?
Yes.
Well, there'll be a Game 7.
So Rangers won't play.
It's going to be a toss up to see who wins that game. That'll be a barn burner. It'll be. But I don't want to pick on the officiating, but it sucks.
Why?
Well, I mean, they call penalties. In the first period, they called 2 against Carolina that were very questionable. Then they called 2 against the Rangers the next period that were questionable.
I didn't see that. I didn't see it that way at all. Which ones were questionable?
Well, the one you get close to somebody, you get with your hand you hit the guy on the stick and you give him a penalty for hitting.
But that is the rule. There's zero tolerance.
If you hit the stick, it's not a penalty.
Yes, it is. If you hit him up near the hands.
No, but if you hit the stick, the hands are there. If you hit the stick, it's not a penalty.
Well, when was that though? Which penalty was that?
I can't remember which one it was. Tom, that's many days ago now for me. But I think that I'm not saying it's one way.
I don't think the referee is any different than it's already been. And that's the NHL referee, right?
Yeah. And then the offside goal that was. I don't know how they could miss that call.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, I mean.
So 2 guys last night. I mean, I like Kreider a lot. I think he's had a fantastic year. He's had some big goals in the playoffs and everything. But man, he was really invisible last night. So was Panarin. And Panarin was more than invisible. Like the turnovers he had was.
Yeah, I think Kreider is amazing. Like he's an amazing player. I mean, I don't know if he realizes how big and strong he is.
See, you know what? That's a great point. You wonder because, man, and think back when he was a younger player too. He dominated physically too. He was running over Ovechkin and stuff.
And he's stronger now.
Yeah.
Than he was 10 years ago or 8 years ago when he got here, whatever it was, 10 years ago. Yeah. But he is like when he goes in the corner, the guys kind of they want to hit him, but they kind of just play. Yeah. They don't.
But yeah, like a game like last night, he didn't. I mean, when they needed him, after the first period, they still didn't play great, but it was 1-1. It was, so it was still in the game. Even after the second period where they didn't play well at all, that was probably the worst period they had during the playoffs. And they still didn't come out in the third and say, okay, guys, we're in the game still. Despite the fact we haven't played well, we're in the game.
Yeah. They could have easily won that game last time. Well, I'm not saying they didn't put, you always try to put effort into it. Maybe it's just going the wrong way sometimes, Sometimes it's, hey, listen, you played in the game, Tom, for a long time. Sometimes, you turn to the left and the puck's going right. You know what I mean?
No question.
And you got to give, you got to give Carolina, they check and skate. They're on you. They don't give you a chance to, if you don't move the puck fast, you're done. You got to bounce it off the boards, then you're giving it away.
And you know what's interesting too? They have not won on the road and they have not lost at home. Yeah. But honestly, I don't feel like they play any differently on the road at home. Like you think the Rangers in Game 1, if Kakko puts that puck in the empty net, they could have beat them. I don't know. Yeah. So I just don't think. I don't know. Maybe the proof's in the pudding that they still haven't won on the road. But
but I think it's going to go. It'll go to Monday night because it spoiled all my plans to go to Tampa next Saturday.
Okay.
But that's the way it works. Sometimes you got to suck it up. Yeah. But anyway, I think they'll win. They'll win tomorrow, And game
hold
seven,
on, and hold on too. We have a just like the old Johnny Carson show where he was Karnak the Magnificent. Is that what it was? Where you predict things?
Yeah.
It was Greshner the Magnificent last night on the plane. Let me set the scene here. We're flying home. We're wondering, okay, if Edmonton had closed out the series last night, it would be an 8 o'clock game. That would have happened. If they did not finish out the series, it would have been a 7 o'clock game for the Rangers on Saturday night. So Greshner the Magnificent saw on his phone that it was 4-4 going into overtime. That what's his name? Connor McDavid hadn't got a goal yet, hadn't got a point, and
hadn't got a point yet.
Greshner the Magnificent says he will score the winning goal.
I gave it that one. Like,
yeah, and that's what happened.
And he scored.
Yeah,
I think I was hoping maybe we could make a trade for him. I don't know who you trade for him, but
for McDavid. Yeah, right. Okay, here comes the little guy. Kreider's program. This is all wisdom. Hold on, everybody. This is pure wisdom right here, okay? This is just not like some random thoughts here. Kreider's program to not take the body too hard because for the first couple of years, even though they were good hits, he got with a bunch of penalties just because he's so strong.
Pete, wow. What do you smoke?
He's gum. I think he's in the gummies.
Oh,
he's not big enough to smoke.
Program not to hit anybody. Oh my God!
Yeah, let's analyze this now. He's programmed.
Okay, let's try to pronounce Pete's last name. Okay.
Little guy. It says little guy.
Little guy. That's how you spell little guy in Italian.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
little fart.
Spark a fart. I saw a funny video on TikTok where the woman gets in the car, her husband's there, and he goes, "All right, spark a fart. We got some chaos to chase through."
Oh yeah.
We're going to call you. That's Pete. Spark a fart.
Look at Pete standing tall there at 4'11".
He's got his little stool there. I can see over the glass, right?
Like he was a police officer for a long time, right? And
we thank him for that too. That's serious.
No, we do. We appreciate that, but they used to sneak him under the door into apartments and stuff to see people. So where's Pete? Where's Pete? Slide him under the door.
They slide him underneath, and then they pull his feet back out, right? Like
they didn't have those cameras back then to go underneath. They used Pete.
That's terrible. Oh, that's funny.
I hope he's listening.
Pete's going to talk about. He says he's 26 years old, or 26 inches. He means that's how high he is.
Yeah, 2'6".
Oh, okay. I got to tell you. Tell me what you think. I was really surprised. Not necessarily that I picked Calgary to win that series. I actually picked Calgary to go to the finals. But not just that Edmonton won, but they won in 5 games.
Yeah. No, I had Edmonton in my pool, but but Connor McDavid, that guy's just like, that's scary.
Yeah, I know. So then St. Louis and Colorado play tonight, right? So that's game 6 of that series.
It'll be over tonight.
Yeah, it should be. But it's in St. Louis, so. But I guess that Torrey Krug, he's hurt. That good defenseman that was in Boston for St. Louis, he's hurt, so he will play.
Well, I think they're having. It's just they haven't won a game in Boston, won a game in St. Louis yet. So
who has that? Colorado?
No, Colorado won both games there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I think that they go like, oh yeah, the team that's up 3-2 is going to be all
Yeah.
They're playing on the road. There's no pressure on the road now.
Yeah.
There's pressure at the home team. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow night, the pressure's on the Rangers. You have to win tomorrow. I mean, the pressure's on you. It's not.
The building's going to be rocking tomorrow night too. That'd be fun.
Oh God, I'll tell you one thing. There is nothing, and I swear to God, there's nothing like walking out of that garden after the Rangers win a playoff game and hearing the chants.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. Walking on the street with the fans, and it's amazing how. Like I just find I've never had 1 ounce of trouble ever with any Ranger fan in the 48 years I've been around here, but 49 years.
You're a legend, Ron. We call that
in my own mind.
Legend.
My own mind, and but it's just like they're like I hope it goes 7 games. I don't want to be around tomorrow if they don't win. But I think there's no way they're not going to win.
There it is. You heard that. You heard that from Greshner to the Magnificent.
Yeah, I think Kreider's going to have a great game tomorrow, and then I think he's going to have a phenomenal game on Monday.
Well, you certainly hope so. It's just like trying to figure out what is and you know what? In fairness, a lot of times we find out later on after playoffs are done that guys get hurt and they need surgery, and so you got to be careful because again, both especially Panarin and Kreider both have had fantastic seasons. They're great Rangers. They've done a lot of great things. So
no, I mean, it's strange. Like in the regular season, you hurt your ribs or something, you take 2 weeks off, you come back and you play, you're fine, or whatever. In the playoffs, you hurt your ribs, you play. I mean, I remember one year I had a strap around my arm with the hole going through the jersey to keep my arm so I couldn't lift my arm up like that, because of my shoulder. But that's just the way the game is played,
Yes.
You feel like you're only like half a player when you're out there, but I guess that's the way that you play. And I just think Zibanejad's playing really well, and I love the way Lafreniere is playing. I like the way he's playing. I think for Fox.
Hold on. Sparker Farts is saying something here. Hold on. Sparker Farts. When I'm there tomorrow, we can introduce Gresh as Brad Park.
I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
Brad Park's only an inch taller than you are.
I don't know. Sparker Farts. Pete Sparker Farts.
Hold on a second. What does that say? When I'm there tomorrow?
Yeah, it's like Sparker Farts is going to show up and the world is going to change. Right.
No, but
the great Sparker Farts is going to be.
What are you doing? The floors? Are cleaning the floors, or what are you doing there?
He's getting all the chewing gum out from underneath the bar there. Where people put the chewing gum.
But they got to get him a little stool so he can reach up. He reach up to touch the top of the bottom of the table.
Oh God! Give him a little toy flashlight. One of those flashlights you got to crank it up and everything.
Oh no! I saw you that night. You know that there was a flashlight on the plane. I saw it. So.
Oh no! Come on. Tell me it's not true. I'm watching. Oh, so he's our bodyguard.
You're not watching my nuts tomorrow. What's wrong with you? Oh my God.
Sparker Farts.
Okay.
Okay, so here's an interesting subject. Chuba Lindgren for captain, not that ghost crap. No. There's a lot more to being a captain than you think about. All the stuff that happens in the locker room, all the interaction. Kreider is listen. I get it. People are frustrated. Part of the reason people are so frustrated with Kreider is that he's such a great player. So when he doesn't play great, everybody's disappointed. But he scored 52 goals this year. I tell you, his work ethic's incredible. He's professional. Again, what we don't get to see is who stands up in that locker room and does all the talking, right?
Kreider does.
I don't know about that, but
I think when I saw him throw the what do you call that iPad? Whatever you call that thing?
Yeah.
Make the guy captain.
Yeah. I'm with you. I just don't know. Again, we don't see. James Patrick came up with a great statement a while ago too. He said the best people ask who should be a captain are the trainers of the team because they see when nobody else is around how the players act. Oh. There's no putting on a show.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah. I like Strome, but I don't think he's. I mean, I just don't think he's that dominant. His personality isn't that guy he's going to stand up in the locker room. Everybody. What's unfair is we use him like Messier as an example, right? Nobody's going to be like Mark Messier, but somebody that has that kind of aura about them that they stand up and people want to pay attention. But
yeah, you can use that.
How's the juicer going, Ron?
Well, I'm not juicing. I'm juicing, Tom, and I'm juicing with this stuff right here.
But I mean, we were going to be on the juicer, weren't we?
No, the guy had it on the plane there. Remember the thing you did a thing on your thing? The guy had. I had it on the plane, and the guy stole it from me.
He stole from okay.
Yeah, I took it. I bought it yesterday on the way over there, and I had it on the plane. And that guy stole it, my juicer.
Right.
I gotta call the airlines to see if I can get it back.
Yeah.
But no, I'm kind of looking forward to the game tomorrow night. I mean, I don't see him losing tomorrow, and I really thought they were going to win last night and win tomorrow, and the series is over.
Yeah, I did too. I thought, based on, especially because of Game 4, I thought, okay, they got it figured out now. So,
But hockey's crazy. If you'd have told me Edmonton was going to win in 5 games, no way. If you told me,
so I know we discussed this yesterday. It's kind of a touchy subject, but I shined a little light up my nose passages there, and I saw some hairs up there that looked like they've been there for like it was here, like in front of the jungle or something like that. So I got the tweezer out, started plucking nose hairs.
how'd that feel?
Get the eyes watering a little bit.
Eye watering experience, huh? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I like the ones that come out of there that are like half, 3/4 and 4 inches long.
The hairs that come out of there, yeah.
How long they've been in there? Like,
I know.
you can tell when you get older, because you know how know you're getting older is the hair on your ears grows faster than the hair on your head.
It's like barbed wire too, right?
Yeah, you could use that. Yeah, that's not good.
Yes, Barry. So we will be doing some cooking out this weekend. Might even get some red meat going. Maybe get some steaks on the grill. Oh man, this hurt. What is? This hurts. He picks somebody sometimes. This Danny Erickson. Tom transplanted the nose hairs to his head. Huh. Wow.
Which one, Dan?
Which head?
Wow. No, but they would be longer than the ones on there. Like No.
Have you got one nostril that works better than the other one from getting hit? Yeah, same here.
Well, I got hit one time and I smashed my nose, so I can't push it this way, but I can push it this way really easy. Because I can push right up to here.
Loop it around. Use it as a blindfold. Use a blindfold.
Yeah.
One eye blindfold.
That's why I breathe so well when I'm sleeping. And you can ask my kids. I never snore. Right, G? What? I never snore, right? Oh my God, please. two rooms away. Wake him out of a dead sleep. Sounds like a train coming through.
So what do we think of the kid line? Well, the kid line's not together right now, but they were together. They were pretty good. I think when the kid line got together, the one guy that really I think got the most out of it was Hedel. So did Lafreniere, but Hedel really stepped up. He was good.
By the time Lafreniere's 23, he'll be scoring between 85 and 110 points a year.
Yeah, like he's really since this playoffs, he's really learned how to work too at the NHL level. Like I'm sure the game was probably so easy to him at junior level because he was so good. But now you can tell he's getting more physical, getting involved more.
Well, the problem is when you come in like that young, and you're not, your guys are looking on the 25, 27, 28 years old, and you have to adapt to their strength, how much stronger they are than you are at 19 or 18.
Okay, so here's a specific question, but just in general, I guess the question now is, what does Gallant do with the lineup? Does the one guy, and I love him too, I love what he's done for the team, but does Reeves stay in the lineup? Like his speed or lack of thereof?
Yeah, that's a tough call because I think that I think he's done a lot for this team over the year. Whatever anybody wants to debate that, I'd be more than willing to debate that. But I think that he's given the guys a lot of confidence in their he made them 2 inches taller, put it that way.
Right. But I think right now that whole intimidation thing is kind of like,
in the playoffs it doesn't work. It might have worked 40 years ago, but it doesn't work anymore because you got the penalties are called so close.
Yeah, that whole intimidation tactic.
Yeah, you need mega speed nowadays. That's one of the reasons why Carolina gets at home. They have a little extra energy, and that's why they're gung ho and they're.
All right, so who do they have in the lineup then? Do they change the lineup at all? Does Gallant change? Does they get the kid line back together? Do they take Reeves out of the lineup?
That's a tough call. I think Gallant's a very, very loyal guy.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing too.
And listen, when he's been in the lineup, they've won too. They played the best game in Game 4. He was in the lineup, so
yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be a tough call because if you do change the lineup and don't win, they're going to go, why did you change the lineup?
Yeah, they're always going to second guess that, right? Okay, Hedel and Kakko. Okay, I'm going to dispute that a little bit. So Ron and I both played against guys like Steve Yzerman when he first came up, Mary Lemieux when they first came up, and sometimes the young players it takes them a while to really get confident in that physical part of the game. Like Yzerman, you could pin him against the boards. Lemieux, you could pin him against the boards, and they just stayed there. They didn't fight back. As they got older and went through big games, world championships, playoff games, they became that compete level. Really get cranked up, and I think I don't see them as cream puffs at all. I think you just see them as young kids that are still finding the way of the NHL.
Yeah, they're learning their way. It's basically for all these kids is their first playoff.
Yep.
I remember my first playoff. It was against the Islanders. It was a best of 3 back then. We lose at home 3-2. Go play on the island. We beat them 8-3. Go back to the Garden, and we lose 4-3 in overtime.
Yeah.
And that was I hated the Islanders since then. Still hate them today. Not quite. I don't hate them quite as much as I hate the Flyers, though.
We hate them differently, right? Yeah.
Yeah. They were always a what do you want to call it? They were always a legit heavyweight.
Yep.
They weren't a phony heavyweight like the Flyers were.
All right, so have we heard anything on Gaudreau if he's ready to play? Does Hunt come in? We haven't heard anything about Gaudreau.
I haven't heard anything. That's a funny thing, Tom. We're always around there, but I don't really. People ask me, I go like I don't know, because I don't go to the locker room. I don't want to know. That's not my part of the. I don't want to know because I don't have to answer to anybody or have to say something about somebody. He's hurt, not hurt, how he's hurt, what's wrong. I'm better off not knowing.
I think the Rangers have to get physical with Carolina. Boston. So in Game 4 at the Garden, they got physical. But that's not just the case against Carolina. If you're going to win in the playoffs, you have to play physically. You have to finish your checks. I don't think, to me, you're not going to intimidate the other team, but you do get them to think, oh, here comes this guy. I need to get rid of the puck sooner than I want to because I know they're going to come and hit me. They did not do that at all. Or very little against in Game 5. So I agree with the statement, but that's going to have to be playoff hockey throughout the playoffs if they're going to be successful. But
yeah, but plus it's you can play physical, but you can't play stupid. You can't take dumb penalties.
Yeah.
And I don't think Carolina wants to take dumb penalties. They learned by taking stupid penalties that cost them a game too. They cost them.
Yeah, and they made some. They took a couple of stupid penalties last night, and the Rangers made pay for one of them.
Yeah. But it's a good. I mean, it's an entertaining hockey though.
Yeah.
There's no 9-6 games, which maybe would be good to have one of those. But
that was probably the worst game last night as far as excitement and good hockey. The rest of the games have all been good hockey, exciting, close games.
Yeah. Probably that one in Game 4, I think, in Pittsburgh was a stinker too, right? Was that the 7-2 game or something?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and this is a good point here too. So you're right. So then this goes for any time you're playing. If you're reacting to what the other team's doing, you're not playing the game properly. You have to initiate, right? Initiate hits, initiate plays. And again, you've seen the difference in Game 4 to Game 5. That was Game 4. They initiated everything. They were on top of it. But Shesterkin was on top of his game. He's back to being the way.
He's unbelievable, that kid. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he doesn't win the Vezina this year, they should be. They should ban the Vezina trophy.
Yeah. All right, Ron, you can speak to this one. I think I know the answer already. The Rangers lost in the finals in 1979. You can't maybe say just because, but because Teal wasn't in the lineup, the Rangers were bullied by Rod Langway.
Well, that was, I remember after Game 2, we won Game 1. We were leading Game 2. Montreal changed their lineup after we beat them 4-1, and then I remember going and talking to Freddie with Esposito, and to put Nicky in because Nicky wasn't like the puck handling guy you wanted to have on your team. That like when Nicky was handling the puck, a lot of times the whistle was blown.
There's 2 bucks. Cut it in half.
Well, no, but Nicky, when he was on the ice, he could skate 100 miles an hour, and everybody was scared shit.
Yeah, he just was a guy that when you were on the ice, you're like, oh God, I've got to play against this guy. Yeah.
Nicky wasn't the biggest guy in the world.
Yeah.
But when he skated, he was going, those skates, those hoofs and arms were going. And,
Remember when Herbie used to want us to, like, he said, I want you to skate hard to the bench. So
yeah.
Nicky would come flying 100 miles an hour, hit the brakes, and the snow would be flying up everywhere. It was hilarious.
But Nicky, I still believe today that if they'd have put Nicky in Game 3 in the Garden, we would have won. We would have won.
Yeah,
we would have won. We would have won one of those two games. At least we lost one in overtime. We lost one. I think it was 3-2 or whatever it was.
Was Rod Langway bullying? Was he pushing?
It wasn't a lot of Rod Langway. It was just overall. Overall. But it was. There was nobody to combat that, and everybody, like Larry Robinson always even said, leave Nicky alone.
Yeah.
Don't wake him up because, you're going to have to fight somebody that's going to kick your ass.
Yeah, no, he's good. Yeah, and there's just that presence about him too, right?
Just,
yeah.
Oh, like we played that year. We played LA. We beat LA. Then we played Philadelphia.
Right.
We lost the first game, and I think it was in overtime. We lost 2-1 or something, and we beat them 4 straight, and we outscored them 28-8 or something.
Right. See, people are. I get it with Kakko because of the expectations, but remember, listen. First of all, I think everybody in the organization, we understand that we want to win now, right? There's no question about it. But this is also like really like a learning process for players like Kakko, right? That they're going to get a lot out of this. And first of all, I just don't think he's playing that bad. Can he play better? Absolutely. But you remember, these young players, and Ron and I went through it. You're coming up. Yes, you want to make a difference, but you're really just like, you're so much trying to just take care of your game, right? As you get older and more of a leader, you realize you have a responsibility to lead the team more. It's more about winning. Not that Kakko doesn't want to win, but he, at this point in his career, it's more, he just wants this, like.
How old is he? 20?
Player. 20, maybe 21. Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't.
He's not coming out of the lineup. Bottom line, unless he gets hurt. But
no, but if you do that, like they're ahead of their rebuild right now.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, when they went out, we got Panarin, Jacob Trouba.
Oh no, those guys have been all really good, but you can't. You don't want to deflate one of these young kids into like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? That's going to be up here forever. Then you might as well ship them to Siberia after that.
And that's why Gallant is such a good coach, I think, too, because when he was started off in Vegas there, one of the messages he sent to the players was, listen, if you make a mistake, I'm still going to play you. If you're not working hard, I may not play you, but mistakes aren't going to stop you from being played. And that's the thing with young kids. You can't get, like you're just saying now, you can't get them to the point where they think like, okay, they can't make a play.
Yeah, you make a mistake, you want to be benched. Yeah. Like I saw a lot of coaches like that over the years do that. Guy made a mistake. Remember, there was this kid, Jason Moore, played for the Rangers.
Yeah,
and we were playing defense together. A guy came down and went around him. We were playing against the Devils, and Bergeron benched him. The kid was like 20 years old, 19 years old. I go, Bert, what are you doing? He goes, the Tabernacle should not play no more. He got beat. I go, like I wanted to beat Bergeron. Like I wanted to beat him over like a stupid little Frenchman. I wanted to beat him over the head.
It's interesting. Was he liked by? I know Mel's talked about him. You talked about him. Was he disliked by pretty much all the players?
I didn't like him at all.
No, but I mean, was he disliked by pretty much all the players on the team?
Pretty much so.
Yeah.
A few guys he liked. He liked the couple guys he brought in from Quebec.
Yeah.
Like Norman Rochefort. He liked those guys. I think he liked Nyland, but I'm not sure whether he, how much he liked him.
Yeah.
Because and Burton, I just didn't. I had Bergie was like I don't know, a little backstabber in my books.
Yeah.
That's the way.
All right. So we're saying that Colorado's going to win tonight in St. Louis. They end up playing the Edmonton Oilers. Tampa Bay is sitting there resting, waiting to see who they're going to play from the Carolina Rangers series. We're saying the Rangers are going to do that. So let's move ahead then. Let's predict. Let's say Tampa's going to play against the Rangers. Vasilevsky versus Shesterkin. I know there's a lot more to it than that, but man, is anybody going to score goals at all? That's going to be quite serious.
I watched some of that those Tampa games. That guy is like, the wall. I mean, really hard to beat what he's done in the last 6 or 7, whatever it was, elimination games that they had, giving up 1 goal.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is, he's really good. But listen to me, they Tampa for some reason they know how to win.
Well, to me, it's the same. It's a different styles here, but it's the same thing with the Islanders, right? When they win all the cups, you look at them sometimes, you think they're not that good. You can beat them in the first round, but they always find a way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm happy they won too, because everybody's going, oh, they're not going to be very good this year. They got rid of that third line.
Yeah,
come on, give me a break.
Yeah, I know. Everybody tries to say that was the reason why. Yeah,
so they won. Yeah, okay. Well, then I guess they won because of the new third line they got now, right? These 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a break. I mean, the guy that what's his name? Good. They're good players, right?
Oh, totally.
I'm not saying that they didn't help. They did help. They probably helped a lot, but they didn't win just because of those 2 guys.
Yeah, you have to have all the pieces to the puzzle to win that. To win 4 Stanley Cups in a row and go to the finals, the 5th.
Scory Perry, right? That's what they call him.
Scory. Oh, Scory. Is it Scory Perry? Oh, I thought you said it wrong.
No, scoring, right? Scory Perry.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I mean,
here's a good one too. And so coach of the year candidates this year: Gallant, Sutter, and
Cooper.
No, Cooper's not this year. I don't think, is he? But I guess I bring that up because
wasn't the guy from Florida? No.
Yeah, I think you're right, Andrew Burnett. Yeah. So Cooper's won 2 cups in a row, has never won coach of the year. Right? It's almost like because the team's so good, he almost gets penalized for not getting the record by not getting the record.
You realize that they've been to 6 of the last 8 conference finals.
Yeah, and he doesn't get coach of the year, right?
I don't care.
Just an interesting fact that he's obviously a pretty good coach. I mean, I've got the players too, but he's obviously doesn't. He knows what he's doing.
They'd always say how good Scotty Bowman was. Well, Scotty Bowman.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against him. He won a lot of cups and everything else, but when he took over Buffalo and put them in dead last place.
I know. And Dave Maloney tells the funny story about how one time in a game, Scotty was losing his mind. He was down on his hands, his knees behind the bench, like pounding, like kicking like a little baby because he's just.
I know. I mean, I think that you could have had anybody coaching that Montreal team in the 70s.
I know. Yeah.
And those Detroit teams in the 90s.
Yeah. Totally.
And the Pittsburgh team. Oh, okay. Oh, I only had Mary Lemieux.
Yeah.
Then they got those other pieces all together.
Ron Francis and all these guys. Yeah. It's like,
excuse me. I mean,
that is true, right? I mean, but that's why I like the coaches like Brenda Moore and Gallant and the guy in St. Louis, the coach, the former player. They make it about the players. They don't make it about themselves because they realize it's the truth. The players have to go play.
I think Gallant is an excellent coach.
Yeah.
I think that he'll go like, well, we stunk tonight.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
Not going, well, just the players stunk. Like he's not. We stunk. Like, and then
it's a team. Yeah.
He's taking some of the blame himself, which is nice because the players go like, oh my God, the coach is doing that for us. I'm going to play harder for him now.
Well, they should. I don't know if they do now, but yeah.
Well, I think they forgot to play last night, but okay. If they win tomorrow, which I hope they do, and I think they will, then we'll forgive them for last night.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's almost like you'd like to not see those highs and lows, but that is hockey, especially with a young team. So.
That must be just against Carolina, because Boston creamed them every game at home.
Yeah,
in the playoffs, and then they beat Boston four at home, 4 home games.
Right.
Now they won 3 home games against us.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of weird because I don't think they play a whole lot different, but all right. So let's jump ahead then. Let's say the Rangers win. They're playing Tampa. Who wins the Tampa Rangers series?
That's going to come down to strictly goaltending.
Yeah,
I think we have the advantage there because I think we have a little more speed.
Right. Yeah, I think Tampa's a bigger, more physical team. So the Rangers will be able to battle that, right? I mean, they got Maroon and, like you said, Scory Perry.
Yeah.
Although he's not huge, he plays a big game.
And you can't take penalties against them.
Yeah, definitely.
You take 4 or 5 penalties in a game, you're going to lose that game.
Yeah. Well, speaking of penalties, how about the goal by boy, it's off. I'm bad with names today. Oh, maybe it's not enough sleep. The Ranger centerman that scored last night. Zibanejad. Zibanejad. Oh, man, that shot. That was nice.
He got one like that the game before, too. Same area.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of look like you taking a slap shot there, Tom.
It's funny. Honestly, God, I was just thinking, I remember when Ray Lusalena first came in and he starts doing the one-timers. I couldn't do it one-timer.
I'll never forget when Ray, we were in playland, whatever, but and they go, okay, no, you're going to kill penalties. I'm going, okay, so Ray was on a power play. And he zinged one by my ear.
Yeah.
I felt it going by my ear.
You felt it?
Yeah. Yeah. I go, like, okay, that's the last time. I'm not killing penalties when he's out there.
Okay, then the other side then would be Colorado and Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid versus Nathan McKinnon. Oh man, those are two pretty.
I thought I really didn't think Edmonton would be this dominant, but
yeah. Well, the big one too is I like Kenny Hall, the GM there now. I've got to know him really well in Detroit when I was living there. I think he's a fantastic general manager. And when he went and signed Kane, I thought, oh, what's he doing? Like Kane, Kane's really played a big role for them.
Well, the rumor I heard is that McDavid wanted him.
Huh?
Well, I guess they talked, and he goes, and whoever it was, he talked to him and he goes, this is the way it's going to be. And he goes, okay. And the rumor I have it that he has been perfect in the locker room.
Yeah. Well, see, and you would think he would be after all the other stuff. He's going to be on his best behavior. The question going forward is, okay, if you want to get him re-signed now, how far out do you go? It's different. I guess it's Edmonton too, right? I mean, you can't. It's hard to hide in Edmonton, especially you're a hockey player. So. Well, hold on. Somebody's bringing up a point here that I don't necessarily agree with. Nobody missed the net more than Rail. I don't think that's accurate, was it?
That's because nobody shot more than Rail.
Yeah.
Rail.
So we go back. We didn't make our prediction in Colorado and Edmonton. You got to take Colorado. You have to. But I took Calgary over Edmonton too. So.
Yeah, I'm going to take Edmonton. Yeah. I just think they're. I just think McDavid and Draisaitl, they're on a roll, and they're not. It's not going to be. There won't be any games where there's one goal. Won't be any 1-0 games. Put it that way.
And there's a series like we talked about the great goaltending in the potential Ranger Tampa series. You kind of question the goaltending in that other series with the Smith for Edmonton and Kemper Wright for Colorado. Yeah. Those two guys have more got the reputation that they could be great one night and not so good the next.
Yeah, but I think that if Edmonton does beat Colorado, you better watch out because that guy's going to be.
Oh yeah. It is good for hockey, right? Because you get two fantastic players in Draisaitl and McDavid. You want them playing in the playoffs, right? So
that's what you want. You want that side with those two big horses playing.
Yeah,
a lot of points. And on the other side, you're going to have two big horses in net.
Right.
That's going to be.
And obviously, we understand there's a lot of other players, but the two dominant players in the Ranger Tampa series, if it is one, would be the goaltenders.
Yeah.
They're in Colorado too. I mean, they've got that young defenseman Nazem Kadri's playing well, so it isn't just them. But the same thing with the Oilers too. Kane's playing well. Draisaitl's playing well.
What's his name? What do they call him? Nugget? Nugent Hopkins, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
he's playing good too. And Draisaitl's a horse. He's big, strong.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting. It'd be nice to see Edmonton Ranger final.
That'd be nice. That'd be great for hockey too. In New York. Yeah, man, that'd be pretty cool.
Well, if the Rangers are in there, it never hurts the ratings.
Yeah, definitely.
Carolina, Edmonton.
Right. Were you planning on going to the casino at some point, Mohegan Sun?
Well, I don't know, Tom. I'm kind of busy right now, and I got to go get my daughter's car tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. We're getting the car. Getting the juicer tomorrow too?
No. I'm going to go to the corner store and buy some more of that stuff because that stuff is so good. Tom.
Yeah. I'm going over to H Mart probably tomorrow morning. I can get you a whole bunch of vegetables. So same vegetables that are in there, just throw it in the blender.
Well, then, Tom, there's only one problem.
What's that?
If I don't have a blender, what do I do?
You don't have a blender either.
I'll blend it. Remember, I had it on the plane. The guy you showed a picture
That
of
was your juicer. That was the guy's juice. He stole your juicer.
Yeah, that's
So,
I
okay.
got a juicer, and the guy took it on a private plane last night.
There's always a way. So I have a blender. I'll go when I'm there buying my fresh fish and everything. I'll buy the vegetables for you, throw in the blender when I get home, bring it over.
Fresh fish in the blender?
No, you don't put fresh fish. You could put fish in a blender, but yeah. Oh, my sushi has gotten like world class.
Yeah, I know. I know. I see the cars parked there. Well, is Mel ever going to come back? Are we ever going to see Mel again? Or
But okay, let's touch on that subject.
Yeah,
okay, there's a couple of things. First of all, do we want to see him back? Has he earned the right to come back? Is he abusing his privileges? I mean, I got to be honest at this point. As much as we love him, he's like a brother to us. He's kind of like I think he feels like he's bigger than the show.
Well, I think what we got to do is like we have to do this. We want to revamp this whole thing, so we have to start bringing guests on.
Right. Maybe that's it. So we'll ignore him, bring guests on, and then he'll come like begging to come back.
Yeah. Then I mean, I have all that Ranger stuff I was going to send him, but I'm not sending it to him now.
Yeah, I know. Here's a good point. Yes, I got to get it. You've got his number here, don't you? Pierre LaRouche's number?
Yes, I do.
All right, that's the guy. We're going to get him on. We're going to effort to get him on next week.
Yes,
Pierre will be. He's got a fantastic personality. Yeah,
yeah. We'll get Pierre on because Pierre was one funny dude.
Still is too. Yeah, he's got that personality. Yeah,
he was. I met Pierre in an elevator at the Memorial Cup 1974. And
I mean, this is a total compliment to you, okay? You know, I love you to death. But you can remember things like the elevator in 1974, but can you remember what you had for breakfast yesterday morning?
Hold on. I know. I remember. Oh, I had egg whites and mushrooms. Yeah, yesterday. Only reason I know that because I made it, and then I had sushi for lunch.
That's right. You had leftover sushi. That's right.
Only reason I remember that, you know why I remember? Because I told you last night.
That's right. So you refreshed your memory.
Yeah. No, I had to think back to what did I just tell? What did I tell Tom yesterday?
How about getting Billy Smith on? What do you think? We've kind of picked on him a little bit because of the rug on his forehead, his head. But
we got Billy. He'd come on. I love. I became friends with him after he was.
Oh yeah. Oh.
No, he's Billy is like we're not good friends, but
you've known him for 40 years.
No, longer. But anyway, he was a complete asshole to play against.
he had an attitude, I'll tell you. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You know, it was there were fun games against them.
You know? Sure.
And that was one of the trivia questions yesterday.
What's that?
I had one of the trivia questions. Who were the two Rangers players to score the most goals?
You didn't use that, though, on the bus. You told me that trivia, but I don't think you used it on the bus.
Oh, I used it without the microphone. That's what I did.
Oh.
Then they told me the mic was there.
Oh.
Who were the two Rangers that scored the most goals against the Islanders on Long Island at the Nassau Mausoleum?
Number 2 and number 4.
Yeah. Brian Leach had 13, I had 12.
Oh, it was Brian Leach. It wasn't me. Oh.
Well, no, it was number 2. Number 2, number 4. You're right, Tom. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I spoke out of turn there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get Pierre LaRouche. We're going to contact him, get him on the show. So with Mel, then we're just going to play it. Listen, he's still our friend. We love him to death, to die for him, but he's going to have to come to us, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's like what's his name again? Mel?
Larry Melnick, Herb.
Larry Melnick. You know, when a guy's gone that long, you forget. You know what I mean?
So it could be a lot of factors, right? I mean, he wears those tight, skinny jeans. Could be some blood shortage there, maybe to some areas of his body where he needs blood flow.
Yesterday, I mean, not to bring up something crazy, but this one girl was wearing those jeans that, you know, they almost suffocate your ankles, right? The tight jeans.
Skinny jeans, yeah.
Yeah. So I go like, I don't need the private. How do you get those things off and on?
You didn't ask her that, did you?
Yeah, no, because my kids wear them.
Right.
Skinny jeans. She goes, my daughter, Like you can. I'll give you the extra money to buy someone that fit properly. She goes, my daughter goes, you have a problem with everything.
They're ripped. Throw them out. They're too tight. Throw them out. They're too loose.
It's called parenting.
Listen, my daughter goes and buys jeans, right?
Oh my God.
Right.
I've heard this
$250, $300 a pair with holes in. You can get a brand new pair for $100 and cut the holes in.
I've heard this before. This argument that you're paying money for a pair of jeans with holes in them.
Yeah. Like half the material's gone.
Yeah. It is strange. But you've done it. Didn't you have any jeans that had holes in them when you bought them? Did you
I got them working on the back of doing hay bales.
Come on. You didn't buy a pair of jeans with holes in them back in the day.
I never bought a pair. The only holes I buy are the ones you put your legs in. With the holes in there. Okay. Buy a pair of jeans with holes in. Imagine buying a pair of jeans with holes in. And I remember I had my grandfather's jacket that had a hole in it. And my father and mother used to get not happy at me wearing it.
Right.
And then when I moved, somebody stole my jean jacket.
Jean jacket. Oh, those are cool. I used to think I was so
It
cool.
wasn't like an ordinary one. It was an old jean jacket from the 40s, 30s. It was a square one.
Square.
Yeah.
Like your head. Like your head.
It was my grandfather. No, it was more square than my head. Maybe not.
Gee, how about you get the lined jean jacket too? That's warmer. That little lining in it and everything. Oh man.
Yeah. No. Did you see the gentleman last night with the New York Ranger
jacket on? They had the Ranger jacket. Yes.
Yeah.
I got a picture a few years ago. I got a picture taken with a guy at the Garden who had the jacket and the pants.
Yeah. Well, he's getting me a jacket.
You get it online, right? He
I saw him buy it online. He goes, "I'll get you one."
Oh, nice.
I said, "Okay."
Nice.
And then I met a friend of mine, Louis Roman. I met a friend of his that's a state trooper in North Carolina. I talked to him for a while. He came up to the box.
Here's a good question, Ron. Did you get a free jeans from the Ooh La La Sassoon commercials?
Yes, I did. They were tight. What do you call that? Form fitting or whatever?
Form fitting, yes.
Form fitting, yeah. Yes, free ones. I used to send up.
And none of those ever had holes in them?
No.
Well, they had the holes at the top to get your butt in.
Oh, you have to get your feet in. You have to get your legs in. So
Right.
But no, I Sassoon jeans were cool. Different colors. I remember they had red cowboy boots and blue cowboy boots and.
So how did that? We don't have a ton of time. How did that come about? Did they come to ask a few players to do it, and then the guys who wanted to do it did it, or they just?
No, they did one. The first one they did with Dave Maloney.
What's that? Anders,
Duguay, and JD
Phil.
and Espo.
Oh, there was 5 guys in the first one.
I think so.
So.
And then they had to take JD out because they didn't have a pair of jeans that fit him.
They had to go to Omar the tent maker.
He went to Omar. JD got his new line of clothes there. Omar the tent maker. I remember when JD used to weigh in, right?
Oh,
what are you weighing today, JD? 2040.
He's just one of those guys too that like.
Oh,
he'd look at food and gain weight too. So.
Listen, I played 4 years of junior. He was the greatest goaltender I ever seen in junior.
Oh,
yeah, unreal.
He's a great team guy too. I remember walking the old Mug and Ale and Rye there, and JD be sitting in the corner. He had the ring on and be tapping it on his gin and tonic. It was gin and tonic. He had the glass.
Yeah,
tell stories and yeah.
I remember what was Joe Klecko had a bar and I think it was in like somewhere in Long Island. I can't remember the name of the town now. So me and JD went over there, and this is back in the 70s, and we're sitting in there and drinking Michelob Light, right? So the guy's just drinking Michelob Light, and I'm looking, mine's backed up like 3 deep, and JD's like 1 deep.
Right.
I go, are you giving me more than him? He goes, no.
Yeah, JD could drink pretty good. Yeah. Was he much of a beer drinker? I thought it was gin and tonic he was drinking.
He could drink beer. But he used to sing a song. It was what the hell is it called? I don't care if it rains or freezes, as long as I've got my plastic Jesus riding on the dashboard of my car. I don't care if it's hot or cold, as long as I can drink my Michelob.
Gee,
That was a song. Oh,
I
God.
really admired him too when he got out of plan. Like when he got into broadcasting, he didn't just show up. He put a lot of work into it.
Oh, he did. He worked hard at all the stuff. You know, you got to give him credit for all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
And then same thing when he became a president in St. Louis and Columbus and even here. So
that was in 05, I think he left, right?
is that what it was?
That's like 17 years ago.
Yeah.
And he went, came here, went whatever happened. That's
Okay. So Rangers win tomorrow night. They win Game 7.
yeah. I still think they're gonna. I still think they're gonna. I really thought they pulled a game out last night,
Yeah.
but then now they got their backs to the wall again for 2 games. So that'll be 2 rounds, 5 must-win games.
And they know they've done it before, so they know they can do it. So,
Yeah.
And as you know, every one of those 3 games against Pittsburgh, they were down in the game as well and had to come back to
Yeah,
win those.
I wouldn't count them out.
Colorado wins tonight. Okay, you got
Colorado wins tonight.
Yeah.
And then I don't know when they start, but they won't start till. Well, they could start Tuesday with Colorado if Colorado wins tonight.
So we've had a long day yesterday, so it's Friday afternoon, long weekend this weekend. Oh, we should be. I know you want to do this as well. Memorial Day weekend. Gresh and I are both very patriotic, especially towards our military men and women. So all our thank yous go out to the men and women that we've lost or just have served for our country. So again, we want to have fun on a weekend like this. It's Memorial Day weekend, but it really is to really remember those people too. So
yeah, God bless them all, their families, and what they've done for us. The sacrifices some of them people have done with their lives and things they have lost, and it's we owe them. And if anybody disrespects them, don't do it around me.
All right, and now the second big question of the day is: it's happy hour now. After the show is done, getting ready for the long weekend. I've got vodka or tequila. Which one should I do?
Well, I'm gonna go buy some vegetables and stuff because I want to have a nice dinner tonight.
Again, I'll repeat the question. I have vodka or tequila. Which one should I do?
Well, knowing how you don't drink, I would mix them together.
It does amaze people because when I'm out, like last night, they wanted me to drink. I said, "No, I'm not drinking."
Listen. I respect that.
The question still remains: vodka or tequila? I need your advice.
I think you should go to. Today's a Friday. Is it warm out?
It's fairly warm. Yeah.
Yeah. I would go for vodka and like grapefruit.
Okay. All right. Good. So Deb agrees with vodka. Ellen agrees with vodka. And Michael agrees with vodka. Okay. It must be vodka.
Why are you asking me that?
I asked you first before they gave me their wonderful answers.
Oh, I think like a nice big glass of ice with the vodka in it.
Yeah.
And like a grapefruit or
cranberry or
I don't think orange juice, but
some cranberry.
Cranberry is my favorite.
Oh, I got some nice lemonade you get from Costco too.
Lemonade, I like too. I like that. And then it's like roses are red, violets are blue. 3 of these, and I'm gonna have those.
I'll be fall asleep for the deck. There's no question about that. What's this vodka and Coke? What is wrong, George? We don't do Coke.
Oh, that's a 40-year-old drink. Nobody drinks that anymore.
George, come on.
Come on, George. You can't be a Ranger fan and say crap like that. Come on.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Vodka and Coke. What was Eddie Johnstone's drink of choice?
Wasn't he a gin and tonic as well?
No, he was something in Coke.
Yeah. You're right. Rum and Coke. Yeah, that's a big drink in Canada, right? Rum and Coke, yeah.
Rum and Coke, yeah. Eddie had like CC and Coke, rum and Coke. Yeah. Eddie was my roommate one time in Vancouver. There was a knock on the door, so I looked out the door like this. Right? Went back to bed. There was nobody out there. You know why?
Eddie was too short.
Sitting on the floor.
Oh.
I went back. I hear this head like this bouncing on the door. I'm like, what? I opened the door up.
He's good. Eddie's a good teammate too, man. He was
got him downstairs on the bus. I go, don't talk to anybody. He was a great teammate, that man.
Yeah. Tough kid too. Man. He was tough. All right. So a lot of hockey coming up. Yes, go ahead.
One last thing. Ray Liotta passed away yesterday. From Goodfellas. Guy was an amazing guy. And he was 4 days older than I am.
Well, he's not the man you are, Ron.
Got to rest his soul.
Yeah, definitely. All right, everybody have a great weekend. A lot of hockey. Good luck to the Rangers. We'll be back next week. And hopefully we don't see Mel. We're going after Pierre LaRouche, see if we can get him on the show. If not, we'll
don't drink and drive. Do not drink and drive.
That's right. I agree. That's a good point. Excellent point. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend.
You got it. Take care, Tommy.